Hello everyone, it's Alice Hlidkova live with neweconomies.com. We are at the World Economic Forum annual meeting with Sheila, who represents the World Economic Forum blockchain team. We were fortunate enough to get her and for her to share her story and her contribution to the blockchain industry. So with all due respect, Sheila, can you please tell us about what are you most excited about this year at the World Economic Forum?
Well, it's always a thrill to be here in Davos and at the annual meeting of the forum. And we're really excited that the conversation around blockchain this year is going to be a lot less hype and a lot more actual implementation. What's happening in the space, what's the hot topic right now is not so much fluff and banter and jargon.
No lambos.
No lambos, exactly right. So I, for one, am quite pleased about the collapse that's happened in this space. I think it's paving the way for really exciting technology to emerge.
Okay, and what are some of the exciting projects you're working on with the forum?
Yeah, so we have 3 active projects right now. We're working a lot on stablecoins and central bank digital currency and exploring opportunities there. We're also looking at interoperability, particularly in the supply chain space.
Okay.
And we're looking at alternative methods of trust and transparency. So
Nice.
How can these core attributes of blockchain, how can we create policy that really support these attributes and work to better society, which is our mission.
How did you become involved in this space? Like, who inspired you to enter the crazy world of blockchain?
Yeah, well, I caught the bug like everybody else, and my particular entry into it, I'm a lawyer by training.
Okay.
So previous to this role, I was in civil society working for a nonprofit social enterprise called TechSoup. And we had
TechSoup?
TechSoup, yes.
Like soup, S-O...
Like soup, S-O-U-P.
Oh,
Exactly.
S-O-U-P,
Yeah.
That's cool.
So we worked a lot on digital divide, getting civil society organizations to understand technology and not fear it, and to integrate it into their operations in ways that would enhance their efficiency and really enable them to do more good. And we had a large database on organizations, and I became very interested in the security aspects of blockchain technology. And previously to that, I'd been interested in Bitcoin, but I saw that really as a pure investment play. I wasn't thinking about the underlying technology really at all. But when I thought about the security aspects, I got really excited.
And what is the World Economic Forum's position on the future of blockchain technology?
Well, we're quite bullish on the future. I think we always felt, even last year, that the lead and the ramp would be longer than a lot of people thought.
Okay.
We don't look at it primarily as an investment vehicle. It's not what we do. It's not our area of attention or focus. But we do think it has really core attributes that are unique. It brings something new to the table. And we think the potential to, as I noted, transform systems that in a way that will benefit society is quite high if it's embedded correctly into existing infrastructure and systems, and if we think really hard about how not to recreate some of the mistakes from the past.
Okay, what were some of the mistakes from the past?
Well, I think a lot of the mistakes of the past were just the replication of certain industry models that are bleeding into technology. So just the way that we had a concentration of wealth and power in the banking and financial sectors, both geographically and in terms of demographics, we saw something similar happen in technology. So what excites me about this space is, first of all, it is a more diverse space already, despite the fact that it remains not equal in any fashion in terms of the amount of women engaged people in the space. Nevertheless, it's such a huge improvement over what we saw with the last generation of technologists.
The last generation.
So we're already seeing improvements there. I love the fact that some of the most exciting innovation is not happening in your sort of hyper-developed countries in the G7. It's really happening in smaller economies. And they're able to take advantage and be creative and agile in their thinking in the way that a lot of really entrenched systems aren't able to be. So I feel like we're already seeing this engagement by non-traditional initiative actors. And to me, if that continues as a trend, it's going to really lead to a lot of exciting change.
So how do we reach these entrepreneurs that are really contributing to the blockchain industry? How do you find them, or how do they find you?
Yeah, great question. I think that through a lot of different avenues. We are focused a lot on emerging economies, or as we call them, high-growth economies. We are thinking through unique applications that leverage these core attributes of the technology. And I think we did a good job last year of not getting very distracted by a lot of the hype, the lambos, everything else that's going on in the space. So So I think it's honestly a matter of deep investigation and paying a lot of attention, and also looking to see like what is the problem we're trying to solve, and where is that problem located. And that place is going to be where you see the most activity. Our model is rooted in a multi-stakeholder methodology. So we think, and this comes from my civil society background, my legal background, I firmly believe that in order to have credibility in a particular deployment, especially around policy creation, you need to engage all the different stakeholders that are part of the community. So our entire methodology uses design thinking principles and other kinds of methodology to really bring together these different groups and achieve consensus about what is the appropriate approach to this particular policy that should be enacted. So it's a very time-intensive process. It involves a lot of consultation, and we do most of that work ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And the last question is what is your wish for the blockchain industry? What is your hope for the future?
Oh, that's such a great question.
Personal and professional.
Personal and professional, oh my goodness. I hope that we just stay the course. I hope that we don't get shaken by anything that's happened recently. I hope that we're able to just focus eyes on the prize and really focus on the potential that we all see here. As I mentioned, I'm really glad there's been a sort of exodus of a lot of the less serious, let's call them actors in this space.
Yes.
I'm really happy about that. I think it's led to a very core community that remains committed to this technology. And so that's my hope, is that we really just focus on what we need to do, put our heads down for a little while. Don't worry about the coverage that we're getting. Don't worry about what investors or the markets are saying about this, but recognize that we're really onto something here. And if we're committed to it and we work together as a community and we really focus on collaborative models, I think that we're going to change the world.
There you have it. That's what Sheila said. We're going to change the world to stay focused on the prize of implementing blockchain technology to the world. Live here from Davos in Switzerland, we have Sheila from the World Economic Forum. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks
We
for having
appreciate
me.
it.
My pleasure.